the Guinness Book of Records. We've all grown up with it. We've seen the book, we've seen the TV shows. It's where you get the fastest, the longest, the tallest, the strongest, the best, the ultimate of everything. But can somebody normal like me get in it? This is what we're about to find out. As with all good ideas, we thought we'd try and break a world record whilst having a drink at work's Christmas party. And we were having a little idea of who can we raise money for, what can we do, and by hook or crook we ended up coming up with the challenge of running a half marathon dressed as a helicopter, raising money for the Wiltshire and Bath Air Ambulance. And it's taken us on a journey from like December 2024 until here we are now in May 2025 with a helicopter, a dream and a race to see if we can get in the legendary Guinness Book of Records. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all the people at the different park runs and local races like Corsham 10k in Yeovilton that allowed me to come and practice running in my costume. Good morning from sunny Bristol. It's time to break a world record.
Follow them around the track and see how they're getting on. And if you're a runner, obviously you need to download it.
So here we go, months of prep, costume building. We're now in Bristol, down by the river on the harbour side. The carnage of the baggage buses and toilets just behind me there. We're on our way to the start, it's about 5 minutes walk away. But yes, I think the thing I'm going to take from today is going to be warm. Ben, who's running with me, will hopefully be able to give me some water and stuff as we're going. But already it feels warm. 10k runners have already gone. And we're just here at the moment. We've got about an hour, no, half an hour to go, just feeling the temperature creeping up. Yes, excited. Costumers expect to get in lots of questions and attention. The MC over there got me on the microphone, so I had a little chat to everybody down in the amphitheatre. So yes, we've just got a matter of 13 miles to go now, and then fingers crossed, we're done. Right, just had a bit of a disaster. The outfit's broken. Just putting it on and one of the poles on the inside has snapped. We think we can get away with it. It's the bottom of the backpack, so they're like the middle of the 3 hoops. So hopefully if the top one and the bottom one stay, we should be alright, but I won't really know now until I start running. Fingers crossed. Here we go, start line, Bristol half marathon. Ben's running with me and he's going to be my saviour. He's going to feed me, water me.
Something like that.
Can't run for me though. So yeah, we're on the start line. Assessing costume after malfunction earlier. We think it'll be alright. It's not as rigid as it should be. The middle is definitely flowing free, so I might have to support it a bit more with my arms. Luckily I've got the world's tiniest biceps, so yeah. But yes, toasty warm, big crowds here. We're in the orange wave. We've gone just in front of the 150 pacer there. I was hoping for about 145, 150, so we'll see how it goes. Wish us luck. So once we negotiated the slalom to get through the start line, we were off. Let's go! Let's go!
It's the Garycopter! That is the man there! Ready to
First couple of miles ticked by quite nicely. We had bands, we saw caterpillars, and generally all the crowd were cheering towards the helicopter. Luckily the first 10k was actually quite uneventful. When we got to 10k we got to the second water station, and that's where we needed to do our first battery change. Although me and Ben had practiced battery changing in the lead up to the race, it didn't quite go to plan and we had a few issues, so instead of losing about 30 or 40 seconds we lost about 2 minutes on the battery change. Not ideal, but we got it up and running, and then we were back out for the second half of the half.
Okay, flash in.
On.
Happy?
Yeah.
Right, go. Go on, go.
Yeah. After 7 miles we came back into Bristol under the Clifton Suspension Bridge. After the last 7 miles of just straight road, the second half of this race is a lot twistier. This is also where we discovered, after the battery change, the camera hadn't quite gone back in the camera holder properly, and we were struggling now with the camera slowly spinning on its axis when it was in the helicopter side pouch. So Ben very kindly, every few hundred meters, was having to turn it sideways. We needed this video as evidence for the Guinness World Records, and they needed to see forwards and me running, and we kept noticing that it was spinning around and just showing the back of my head. So that wasn't ideal, so again, big thanks to Ben. So we just passed 9 miles, and this is where I started struggling. I suddenly felt really tired, and the costume was starting to take its toll on me. It was hurting on my shoulders because I was having to support it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And this little interaction here between me and Ben, he admitted to me after the race, he says, I was really worried about you here because I spoke to you and you just didn't reply. But thankfully we managed to get through this, but this was probably the darkest point of the run. So after struggling for those 2 miles, we hit mile 12, and my favourite mile of the whole race. This is Queen Square, and the crowds were amazing. I'm going to leave the whole footage of the loop. It's about 2 minutes, so if you want to skip 2 minutes you can do, but if you want to take in the atmosphere, then please carry on watching this bit. Before we knew it, we were on the finishing straight. The camera had long since given up and was spinning in all sorts of directions, but Ben managed to capture it on his phone, and we could see the final few hundred metres into the finish lane and a new Guinness World Record.
Here we go! Well done to the Garycopter and the Wiltshire and Bath Air ambulance. A 3D aircraft has just set a new world record here at the AJ Bell.
We'll get it off for you.
Once we crossed the finish line, a few social media pics and interviews with the Great Run team, managed to bump into some friends and family, and then we all met up outside the planetarium.
Thank you. See you later.
Can you do it, Gary?
I broke it.
Yay! Well done!
Sorry, I'm all sweaty.
Well done!
Good job.
Bristol half, done, world record, got 151 I think, on a very hot day. Could have done it without this man passing me water and helping me on the way round. From about 9-10 miles I really struggled today. Last mile the crowds came and picked me up and it was amazing. So we're going to go now, get some food, have a chill out. But the Garycopter has done its job.
A few moments later.
A quick update. We are now 2 weeks after the Great Bristol Half Marathon, and I was hoping I might be somewhere along the way to being a verified world record holder. But as it stands, I've got all the evidence I need to submit except the witness statement and timer statement from Great Run. So until I've got that, I can't send anything into the Guinness World Records to get the record actually verified. So as it stands, I've done all the work, I've done the run, I'm just waiting for that. But once that comes through, and I'm hoping that should come through after the bank holiday, then we can get it all sent off, and then it's fingers crossed and we wait. And I've just got to say an absolutely massive thank you to everyone who has sponsored me, supported me, tolerated me in the lead up to this. We've raised, hopefully it'll be about £4,000 for the Wiltshire and Bath Air ambulance, which has blown me away considering the total I put down was £2,000 at the start. So £4,000 is a crazy amount of money, and I'm really grateful. As I said earlier, to the park runs, to the races that let me come and practice at their events, to Ali and everybody at Steve Vick International who've allowed me the time to do this. Ali's been amazing in creating the costume. The social media guys and marketing guys at Steve Vick who've helped me with a lot of the promotional stuff as well. It's everybody's thrown their support into it, and it's not just me out there running. So many people have helped. Ben, who came and ran with me on the day, gave up his Sunday to come and run and witness for me. Brilliant. And my friends and family who came to support on the day. So I'm humbled and completely grateful for everybody who's come and supported and got on board with the mission. The Garycopter, as it stands now, is sitting slightly broken in a corner. We're going to fix it, and it should fly again one day. Enjoying letting my body rest. I was quite battered. I might put a photo on here now of how bad my shoulder was after carrying it for however long I was carrying it, 1 hour and 50 minutes around Bristol. But we're all healed up, and yeah, who knows what the Garycopter will be doing next.